you did not know, now you do. Hey you guys, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to be doing a little review on my Louis Vuitton Neo Alma BB. It has been a while since I've talked about this bag or included it in a video, so I decided to do an updated review. But before we get into all of the crazy reviewiness, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let me know down below in the comment section if you've been interested in this bag, if you dislike this bag or like it, if you own it yourself. And yeah, let's get right into the video. What prompted me actually to do this review was that I wore this to a wedding recently, and unfortunately my sitting neighbor at the wedding spilt white macaroni and cheese on the bag. All I did to get it off was use some mild dish soap, warm water, and a toothbrush, and I lightly scrubbed it away. And now this is what the bag looks like afterwards. And I personally think that it looks amazing. I watched my old review and unboxing of this bag, and I was shocked because it said 2 years underneath the video, and I was like, did I really buy this bag 2 years ago? And then I found on Louis Vuitton my purchase history, and I looked for the invoice or the receipt of this bag, and I actually purchased it August 16th 2021, which means we are almost at the 3-year mark for this bag. I'm shocked because time flies when you're having fun and living life. My little sexy cousin of the canvas version of the Alma. A lot of people have not talked about this bag on social media. When I was thinking of purchasing it, I did watch a lot of videos, or I tried to watch a lot of videos. The thing was that with the Neverfull, there was an abundance of videos. You could scroll through YouTube and your search results all day long and find so many different types of videos. But with this bag, you were relatively limited. And so I have to say thank you to anyone that made a video about this bag, because without y'all, I would not have made this purchase. And also I would not have had some of the very important information prior to purchasing it. The thing that also pushed me to buy this bag was that I loved the Alma. I loved the shape. I loved the timelessness, the classicness of this bag, and I wanted it in the damier ebene or the monogram canvas version, and I actually did buy it. And the crazy thing is I also found my purchase history from the Alma y'all, and it was only 1,000 euros at the time, which is mind-boggling because now it's a lot more money in euros and USD. But aside from that, I purchased the damier ebene canvas version of the Alma, and I sort of regretted it. It was relatively impulsive, and it was also during this weird time where certain bags were very popular and they were very hard to come by, and that was one of them. So when I found it in stock at a store, I was like, I have to buy it because I'm never going to find it again. Then I brought it home, and I just did not like the strap. I did not like the concaveness that the handles left on the bag. And so I returned it, I think, the next day or within less than a week. Fast forward after that, that's when I started researching this bag, and I purchased it instead of the other one. In my other review, I talk about some of the reasons why I purchased this one aside from that one. One of the main reasons is that I liked the strap of this bag a little bit more. I enjoyed the ability to have a thicker strap, and I also enjoyed that it wasn't as long as the damier ebene version or the canvas version of the bag, because it sat very awkwardly on my body. And so it starts off relatively thin and does expand at the very tip top of the shoulder strap, so then when it's sitting here you have a little bit more support and it's not digging into your shoulder. I purchased it because it was black, it had gold hardware, which is very easy to combine with outfits and just a lot of different things in your closet. I liked the shape, I liked that it was a little bit edgier and not so prim and proper. I also think that the price difference wasn't too much to get an all leather bag, and at the time I did not have any other Louis Vuitton leather items in my collection, if I'm not mistaken, and this was sort of like the gateway drug to buying Louis Vuitton leather items. I think this bag is actually in my top 3 of most hesitant purchases, and it's due to back in the day me loving Louis Vuitton canvas. And I don't know if I've talked about this on my channel or not. I technically did not buy bags to impress other people, but I did, how do you say, in my head think that spending so much money on a bag and then people not being able to tell what it was like a sin. I always had this thought in the back of my mind: you can get the canvas version cheaper, and canvas is relatively durable, it's relatively hard wearing, it looks good, everyone knows what it is, so why would you go for the leather version of the bag? But since I didn't like the canvas version, I was sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place because I really wanted an Alma of some sort. A lot of people might state that this bag is still very monogram heavy, it's still Louis Vuitton heavy, people know what it is, which is very true. You look, you can see LV embossed in leather. But I do have to say that I have had people ask me where this bag is from, and even though it says Louis Vuitton on it, but I feel like if you're back here and I'm just wearing the bag and it's bouncing around on me, unless you're really up close and see LV, you might not know what it is. And when I tell people that it's from Louis Vuitton, there are a few reactions that I get. There's people that are like, oh yeah, I know that Louis Vuitton has this bag. There are people that don't know that this bag is Louis Vuitton and are interested in it. And then there are people that don't know that it's Louis Vuitton, and then you tell them that it's Louis Vuitton and they're appalled that this bag probably cost a lot of money for what it is. So the price for this hasn't really increased over the years, which is also quite shocking to me. Not to say that's a bad thing, that's an amazing thing for people that are maybe thinking about purchasing it, but for me, I think I purchased it for 1,680 euros. I believe right now it's 2,000 euros. And then at the time when I purchased it, it was around $2,270. And now it's gone up to $2,500. And I did go on the LV website to see if I could find it. And it was not available on the German store nor on the USA site. And the reason I say the German store is because I bought this bag in Germany. This sort of gives me not a weird feeling, but the idea that they might discontinue this bag. And that's another point that I wanted to make in this video, that I'm still surprised that this bag is still going and it's still living on, because when I see a bag not being popular on social media, which for some people you might hate that, I hate that as well sometimes, because there are bags that even if they're not that popular on social media, not that many people carry them, they're still amazing items. And I feel like this is one of them. It's underrated. It's not really promoted that much. Not that many people have it, but it's still an amazing alternative to a very classic style that the brand carries. Nonetheless, I do feel like they might discontinue this bag, because I feel like with the Vuitton, I don't remember what sizes, but they did get rid of, I think, a size or two, and they also got rid of particular colors in the bag. And before they did that, they started making the item unavailable for purchase on the website. I'm editing the video right now, and I wanted to see if I could find the Vuitton or the Vuitton in different color combinations and size combinations that they discontinued from Louis Vuitton. And I actually found one on 24S, and I decided to just look at some of the new products that they have listed under the Ultimate section. And while searching, I found the Neo Alma in the size PM in the black empreinte leather, and this is also another clear indication that the bag is probably going to be discontinued, because they sort of phase them out by color and then by size. And so if the bigger size is being phased out or has been phased out, and now the smaller size is unavailable on many different websites, I'm pretty sure that they're going to discontinue or phase out the Neo Alma empreinte leather P or BB bag. But the interesting thing is that when I've gone into Louis Vuitton stores in the past, I have still seen this bag on display. So it sort of doesn't make any sense. I would be very interested to see if this bag is still around in 1 year's time. I don't think that's going to be good for the bag in the sense of resale because no one's really interested in this bag to begin with. So if I were to resell it or try to resell it, that means that the value of it would probably be slashed tremendously. I'm not selling the bag though, so no worries for me there. But if you are that type of person that maybe likes this bag and you're thinking you want to get a decent percentage back when you sell it, it might not be the best purchase to make, and I would actually just pay attention to if it's being discontinued or not. Some of the things that I really like about the bag, I don't know if I've talked about it before in my other videos. This could just be a recap of everything. I personally like these zipper pull tabs more than I like the canvas version. They're a little bit thicker, they're a little bit bigger, they look nicer, it's more gold hardware. Like, how do you say, that catches the eye, and I think against the black it looks really nice. I feel like the gold pops a lot more than with the monogram canvas or the damier bean, and even more so with the damier azur. I feel like sometimes because it's so chaotic that it sort of gets washed out in those versions of the bag. I still have this little clochette with the 2 keys. They're still in there, never been used. The lock, I believe, is in my jewelry box because I keep all of my little locks that I have from Louis Vuitton in my jewelry box. I don't use them that often. I sometimes wear them more so as a necklace pendant than I do on the bags. I just think it's a tick too much and it weighs down certain aspects of the bag, and it's just unnecessary because I'm not locking this bag. I would understand if someone used it as the lock, what it is intended for, but I don't use it that way. So I personally like the hardware. That was like what this main point was about, that I like the hardware. I actually enjoy the pink, or not the pink, the yellow of this bag. I wish that it was pink, but every time that I say I want something to be more pink, or I start reading comments on Instagram or on YouTube about new releases and items that are pink or have pink interiors, a lot of people say that they don't like that color for an interior, and I'm just like, wow, am I the only person that loves pink interiors? I prefer pink over any other color that Louis Vuitton offers. I also enjoy the little foot, I want to say foot stamps, but they're not foot stamps, just the feet, the feet of the bag. And I like this because when you're taking it out to eat, for drinks or anything like that, you can place it on the table, because some places do not have an area for you to hang your bag. Sometimes if I'm taking this out for dinner or drinks, I'm not going to have the strap with it, so I can't hang it on the back of the chair. So I enjoy having this little extra, millimeter of security that keeps drinks and foods and sticky stuff from getting on the bottom of the bag. And I think that's why the bottom also still looks beautiful. It's because it has these feet. It didn't protect it from the white cheddar macaroni and cheese, but it's a testimony to how easy this leather is to take care of, especially in black. All I had to do was take a little toothbrush with some water and some basic soap, and it got rid of everything. A con that I do not like, and I did not like this about the canvas version of the bag as well, and that was also one of the reasons I returned the canvas version of this bag, was that after a while, the straps, if you don't put them up like this, or if you don't keep the bag stuffed, you will get these little indents or this concave look in the bag because the straps sit on it. Actually, leather is a little bit more flexible than canvas, so I would expect it to be worse here than it is or was in the canvas, but the canvas was actually a lot worse with this issue. I think I take care of it really well, and that's why it's not so obvious, but it still is there in this bag as well. I do store it sometimes with the straps like this. I usually have something that holds them up. It sort of prevents that from being so obvious and so indented, but it's inevitable that the straps will fall down because that's how the bag is made and that's just the design of the bag. That's something to think about if you don't want an automatic issue with a bag. I feel like no matter what, when you're purchasing handbags, they are prone to flaws and issues, some more in your face than others. And this is one of those that I feel like is more in your face. So if you're a person that doesn't like inevitable flaws, this bag might not be for you. But at the end of the day, I still think that for under $3 grand, you're getting an all leather bag from Louis Vuitton. It's classic color combination, it's a classic style, it's a classic shape, and you can't really go wrong. I know I got this bag for 1,680 euros, which is nothing. And I don't remember if I got tax back or not, which means it was probably 1,500 euros. But that's just how luxury works right now. You're sort of going to have to adjust your sight on those prices or adjust your thinking to those prices. I do know that on the secondhand market, they have some really good deals on this bag. But like I stated, because it's not that popular, it's not like there's a huge variety or diverse variety of these bags to choose from on the secondhand market. Aside from that, I've owned this bag now going on 3 years, and I cannot believe that the time has flown by so quickly. She is a beauty. I love her so much. I still have a lot more bags that I need to review, that I need to talk about, and I'm slowly uploading them onto my channel. I still have to talk about my Chanel rectangular mini that I purchased that I haven't talked about, and it's been over a year, I think, since I've owned this bag, which is crazy to me. And so with that being said, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day, and bye.